This is Today.
You picked up the phone, you started calling famous people, other people, ordinary people. Did you have a problem being taken seriously?
Thank you all so very much. It's a privilege and an honor to be here with you today.
My name is Saperston, and this is my story. I grew up in San Diego, California. I went to San Diego State University. When I graduated, I decided to take a year off and follow the Grateful Dead and work a ski season in Aspen. Challenged by my mentor to make the trip more meaningful, I set off on a journey based on an old Chinese proverb: to know the road ahead, ask those coming back. I decided when I wasn't following the dead and working a ski season, I'd call up some of the most powerful people in the world and ask them out for a cup of coffee.
I am calling the former president of the United States.
So when I told my parents of my plans, they weren't too eager to fund it. So I had to come up with a creative way to keep the dream alive. So any of you folks take road trips, travel across America? Well, maybe you've seen me and not remembered. Because how I funded my trip is I would pull into rest areas with my Coleman stove, and I would sell sexy kind grilled cheese sandwiches made with love for $1. Well, guess what? People actually bought my sandwiches. And not only did they give me money, they also told me where I could go, in a good way. Places to visit, monuments to see, and they even gave me names and numbers of some of the most extraordinary people on the planet that I could call and take out for a cup of coffee. The reason? To find out the values they live by, the struggles they've endured, and what advice and counsel they would give to better prepare ourselves for the road ahead.
Your mind knows only some things. Your inner voice, your instinct knows everything.
I spent almost 4 years traveling across the country in a Volkswagen bus with 3 of my friends. We shot over 500 hours of footage, interviewed over 200 of the most extraordinary people on the planet.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, now get the hell out of here.
John Steinbeck has a great quote. He said, "Sometimes you take a trip, and sometimes the trip takes you." And then I go in and I go meet with the president of Ritz-Carlton, and we sit down and we have this extraordinary conversation over high tea. And I looked at Mr. Schulte and I said, "Look, Mr. Schulte, you hang out with kings and queens and presidents and all these amazing people." I said, what is your definition of success? And he looked at me and he said, "Eric, you probably think success is something in the future. Most people do. That if you do what you're doing now and you keep doing it, and then someday you'll be successful." But he said, success, that's not where success lies. He said, from my experience, he said, success lies with you right now. Doing today and every day excellently whatever it is you're doing.
Most people wait for all the resources to align before they go do something amazing. They'll sit back and they'll wait and go, well, we don't have all the right tools, so they keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and the tools don't align, they don't come, and so you don't actually take the adventure. But what I've learned is that tools come in motion, and you got to be willing to do what you can with what you have where you are, and then magic happens. But
All you have to do is figure out what the what is. What the what is. What is it that you're up to? What do you want to create? What are you endeavoring to do? If you can figure out what the what is, then go seek wise people and then let them help you with the how.
Every day we try to get in front of people that don't want to see us. So what was the one key to your success in getting in front of all these people that you did over the years?
Tenacity, persistence, the willingness to speak your truth, the willingness to, as you all know, not to take a no personally, to remember that it's all about relationships, and that what I found when I called some of the most powerful gatekeepers in the world, that I would do my best to make that call the most refreshing and entertaining and fun call, so that when all their lights were blinking, when they saw my phone call come in, they would look forward to it because I would offer something refreshing to the conversation.